Ho! Happy New Year, everybody!
Yes.
Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Crazy Ant Farm. We have no guest this week, so we want to say it, and it's such a crazy, diverse, crazy, detrimental, fucking divided country we are right now. So just be nice to each other.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
It's
just
really not.
smile, love each other, do something nice for somebody for no reason at all other than to do something nice. And because that shit at the Capitol this week was scary.
It was very scary.
Okay, I get that the country is divided, guys, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Peace and love. Peace
Exactly.
and love, okay?
Exactly. 12 days away from exchange of power, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane, but we just want to say peace, love, and happiness to everyone out there. We appreciate all of our listeners. We hope you guys had a nice 2 weeks, Christmas, New Year's, all that good stuff. Hope you guys stayed safe. But yeah, man, stay happy. Be happy.
Yes, yes.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. But now, let's get a little crazy. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Crazy Ant Farm. Holy moly, we're on episode 144.
Yes, and this one is a weird one because it's a first and a last. It's our first episode of the new year, 2021, right?
Yes.
And it's our final episode of our third season.
Yeah.
Next week, we start year 4 of the podcast.
Absolutely insane. I mean,
Man.
we talk about it all the time. I mean, it's crazy that we've had this many number of episodes, but to be thinking about it, like we've done it for 4 years, that's wow.
Yeah, it's so incredible. And all because of you guys.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, we wouldn't be around for 3 years going into 4 years if not for you guys listening.
Exactly.
So, I mean, and all the amazing guests that we've had on, all of the amazing talent, and just thank you so much. We're so excited to bring you the 4th year coming up. It's going to be amazing.
Definitely. And I mean, you guys know, your host with the most, myself, J-Lo Fantastic, and the one and only Mouth.
What's up?
Man, oh man, we got a lot to talk about this week. COVID has definitely impacted the entertainment industry. I mean, there's supposed to be a new strain going around. So, I mean, people are kind of holding off. We got some more DC drama. Some exciting things with Marvel. I don't know if anybody has seen, but some new stuff for Marvel is on Disney Plus right now.
So
be sure to check that out after the show. And of course, before we get this thing started, be sure to head over to our website, www.crazyantmedia.com, where you can start rocking the latest and greatest Crazy Ant Media gear. We have a New Year's bonk up there right now.
Yes, we do.
But stay tuned next week. We got something brand new for you. I mean, Mickey has Minnie. That's our tease.
Yep.
Mickey has Minnie.
Yep.
So
it's going to be, you're going to love it.
You are.
She's beautiful. She looks fantastic.
She does.
Just wait.
Just wait on it. But like we talked about, COVID is impacting everything and everybody right now. I mean, with another spike surge happening in the cold weather, I mean, things are about to shut back down, especially in LA. It's once again at a standstill. They did this because they saw a recent increase in deaths. So they were like, okay, guys, let's just extend this winter break a little bit longer and see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane. It seems like every day in LA they're talking about they break the record for the most cases or the most deaths or the most hospital beds taken. And it's just, I saw that they've kind of instituted a new travel ban. They don't want you in the state unless you're absolutely an essential to travel more than 120 miles from your home.
Yeah.
They want you to stay in your home. They're now telling people not to come into the state, not to leave the state. So, I mean, are entertainment workers essential? Because, I mean, like, that could put a lot of them are fleeing to Vancouver to work.
Yeah.
So if now you're saying, hey, we don't want you to leave the state, we don't want you to travel, that could put a damper on things.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's really scary, especially the production side. Like, they don't really have the availability to up and move somewhere to go find more work. They have families, like they have all this responsibility where they live, and most of that is in LA. So it's absolutely terrifying. Right now, they postponed it a few weeks, like I said, till the end of January instead of at the beginning of January. So hopefully they can come back at the end of January and get the ball rolling again, because everybody needs to work.
Yep, and we've got some news on it coming up about some of the shows that are like halted, that weren't halted but are halted. So stay tuned. I mean, just It's crazy.
It is crazy. Now, heading over to the juggernaut itself, Disney,
Yes!
the Mouse House, Disney veteran Ricky Strauss is one of the key executives that launched Disney Plus, and guess what? He's out. He's leaving. I was surprised by this.
Me too. 9 years he's been with Disney. Like, that's insane. And was like responsible for the marketing, I guess, for the Disney parks prior to moving to the streaming part of it and helping launch, Disney Plus. So what?
Yeah.
Of course, this is coming on the heels of the restructuring of the streaming division. Right. I guess he didn't want the added responsibility for being in charge of the content of like 3 different streamers.
Hulu, Disney Plus, like ESPN Plus, like he's gonna be over all of that.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. He came from Fox, so he had a long tenure at Fox, so it kind of just merged into Disney. But now everything is kind of up in the air. I mean, there's a lot of key executives that have been moving around at Disney. So, I mean, who is being promoted? Joe Early?
Executive Vice President of Marketing for Disney Plus is being promoted into that spot. So I guess he's okay with the extra responsibility. Also Brian Henderson, who oversees Hulu content curation, he's going to stay there and report still to Kelly Campbell, who's the president of Hulu.
Yeah.
So, but it's just constant shifting, man. It's just constant shifting. So
and I mean, speaking of that, they also promoted Tony Chambers to Executive Vice President of Theatrical Distribution.
Yeah.
Chambers will report to Justin Connolly, the President of Platform Distribution, and Connolly reports to Daniel. Chambers, now his duties are gonna fucking cover all of their bases, basically, of all of these different mega franchises that they take part in. Like, I mean, Walt Disney Animation, Pixar Animation, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, 20th Century Studios, Blue Sky Studios, Searchlight Pictures. Basically, anything that Disney is releasing theatrical, this guy is going to be overseeing.
And this is, a shit show.
Yeah.
Like this was thrown into hey, congratulations on your promotion, but who wants to be in charge of film distribution theatrically when the entire focus of the company is all about streaming? You don't know if theaters are going to open. If they do, how many screens will be available? This is not a job I would have been excited to take.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he was happy, but 3 weeks into it, he's going to be like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's a confident guy. Maybe he's like, I can do this. I got this. We'll save theater.
More power to you, man. We're hoping for it. Just it's crazy. It's crazy.
This next one, guys, super excited because I watched it. You don't watch until after we're done with the show. But I watched it. Marvel, guys, finally has stuff on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
No more promos, no more commercials. They finally dropped new stuff. Marvel Studios Legends. The first 2 episodes dropped today. Available today. This is what I love. They're short episodes, about 7-10 minutes each, okay? And the purpose of this show is to reintroduce you to characters and highlight them and tell you their history in the MCU to set you up for the Disney Plus series that are coming. So you can guess episodes 1 and 2, Scarlet Witch and Vision, to set you up and reintroduce you, remind you for WandaVision coming next week.
It's such a good thing, too, because with so many characters in, the cinematic universe, you forget about a lot of storyline that happens to a specific character, especially if you're not a comic book geek like yourself. So to go back and be able to just watch this, just like a recap of this character's storyline, that's going to be so helpful for, all the fans out there who, like I said, kind of forgot about some things.
Yeah, definitely. And what I loved about the Wanda one with Scarlet Witch one is they remind you in this little 10-minute episode there just how fucking powerful she is.
Yeah.
Because everybody's talking about we're about to find out in Phase 4 that Wanda's the most powerful in the MCU.
Yeah.
Right? Forget Captain Marvel. Forget Wanda is. And they kind of tease that in this little episode. So you guys are going to love it. And then, like I said, WandaVision next week.
Yeah.
Woo! It's not all, though, about Marvel.
No,
right?
No, man. I'm super excited about this because Star Wars and Marvel, they're very close right now. A lot of people are working on this, projects for both big franchises.
Yes.
Like we've talked about before, Kevin Feige does have a Star Wars film that he has in development. But more exciting news with that is a huge step forward with the Loki executive producer and writer Michael Waldron.
Yes.
I was practicing that off
Yeah,
air.
no, you did.
Signed on to write the screenplay for Kevin Feige's Star Wars film.
Yes.
And this is fucking badass because he is also writing the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness as well.
I mean, it makes total sense to me. If you're Kevin Feige and you have built the empire known as the MCU and Marvel Studios, right? If you're going to make the shift to Star Wars, at least temporarily or whatever, you're going to want to surround yourself with people you know.
Exactly.
People you're comfortable with, right? So bring Marvel people. So that makes total sense to me. Plus, like you said, he's writing the new Doctor Strange multiverse, right?
Yeah.
So he's familiar with writing multiple, worlds and multiple, universes, and it makes total sense because Star Wars is just that. So you need a guy that's familiar with coming into an extended universe.
Exactly.
So it makes sense to me.
A storyline with so many different planets, so many different characters that we have just not touched on yet. So it's a brilliant move by Disney and Kevin Feige. So I'm super happy because, I mean, Star Wars had a little drought there for a while.
They did.
I mean, they take huge long gaps, which it looks like that's over now. Thank goodness.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Star Wars, but Marvel can teach Star Wars a thing or two.
Oh, without doubt.
Without doubt.
And I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to find out if we ever learned that Favreau was responsible for dragging Feige into Star Wars.
Yeah, he's probably got him on a text chain.
Yeah, because Feige trusted Favreau. Favreau launched the MCU. They've been pretty fucking successful together, so I wouldn't doubt that maybe Favreau said, "Come try Star Wars. Like, come on, it's fun." What was weird about this one though is, remember they announced Feige's Star Wars film like way back in 2019.
Yeah.
And we hadn't heard shit about it since until now.
Exactly.
So, good. It's finally moving like boom. So,
exactly. I'm super pumped. Pumped.
Yes.
Noma Duzini. I was working on that one too.
Yeah.
Duzini is set to join the cast of Disney's live-action adaptation of The Little Mermaid. No word yet on who Noma is going to be playing, but it's a brand new role that wasn't in the animated movie.
Yeah, I love this. So how do you change it up? Write a new role.
Exactly.
Make it different than the animated. So that's fantastic. Yeah. I love this.
And I mean, especially, I feel like these live-action movies are going to be, like, critically judged in any which way. So I feel like, I mean, even the masterpiece that was Lion King, they kind of did throw some shit at it because it was shot by shot.
Yeah.
But it was so beautiful. But, I mean, to counteract that, let's add a new character, some new storyline to a story that you think you already know.
But you don't. And I mean, it's a phenomenal cast already. She's joining Halle Bailey, as you guys know, that's going to play Ariel. Melissa McCarthy.
I'm so excited
oh my God, as Ursula. That is going to be fantastic. And Javier Bardem, as King Triton. So, I mean, that's a huge cast. It's going to be amazing. It is really going to be amazing. And good. Yeah. Remember, it's already hit with a bunch of controversy because Haley is black. And remember that. It was all like, oh, you can't. Whatever. This sounds like it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I am too. This next one, ABC is doing some fucking amazing things when it comes to diversity, and I think this is another example of that. Tony winner Tanya Pinkins has been tapped to co-star opposite of Adrienne Warren in ABC's limited series Women of the Movement from creator Marissa Jo Cesar and producing teams that include Jay-Z, Will Smith, and Aaron Kaplan. Yeah. This is going to be a 6-episode limited series set to premiere in 2021, and this centers around Mamie Till Mobley. Why does that Till sound familiar? Yeah, that's going to be around Emmett Till's mom and grandma. So I'm super excited about this one.
I mean, anybody in the South, especially Mississippi, is very familiar with this story, but maybe the rest of the country, not so much, and needs to. Everybody knows the name Emmett Till, but I don't think the rest of the country realizes the lifelong struggle and effort to bring justice to the people that murdered her son. that went on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the fight that they had to go through to even get recognized that it was a crime, to even have it heard, was just incredible. So to bring this story to life and to tell the story, I think is just amazing. And I'm with you. Kudos Disney and ABC for doing these type stories because they need to be told.
Exactly. And this is just another example of what I talk about all the time on the show, where education is best viewed and best learned through entertainment. So this is perfect, especially for a time like this. Like we said at the top of the show, where the country is so divided, like this is very important and a lot of people need to see this.
Yes, and maybe these type projects will help narrow that divide.
I agree.
Maybe. Next, the show that will not die, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. We're talking about the premiere episode of David E. Kelley's Big Sky. You're like, wait, what? That was over a month ago.
Wasn't that a while ago?
What? But they're still racking in viewers. Apparently, 35 days later, they have reached 14.7 million total viewers, making it ABC's most watched debut premiere since The Good Doctor in 2017. So people, I think, are just continually finding this show and going, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because it is. It's the premiere episode is awesome.
Yeah.
And it hits you in the face with a shocker ender, and you're like, what? And the rest of the series is fantastic. I've been watching it I think it's a phenomenal series, but I can understand why the premiere episode keeps gaining viewers.
That makes sense.
Because it was a what the fuck moment at the end, and I think everybody is jumping on to try to see what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
So, and David E. Kelley's brilliant.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
And the most watched debut since The Good Doctor in September of 2017.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because that wasn't that long ago. So ABC keeps putting out great content.
They do.
So, I mean,
They do.
Disney, man. Disney.
Yes.
There's a reason why they're on top.
I'm super excited about this one too.
I know you
because
are.
everybody knows I watch Prodigal Son, and I'm a huge fan, and it's a phenomenal show. And if you're not watching it, you should. But some casting news, and this is going to be really interesting. Catherine Zeta-Jones, Mrs. Michael Douglas, yes, Oscar and Tony winner, Catherine Zeta-Jones, she's coming. Yeah, she's going to play opposite Martin Sheen, Michael Sheen, not Martin Sheen. That would be a totally different show. In the upcoming second season, and here's the thing. She's going to play his psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And this is going to be really
interesting.
Yeah, apparently she's maniacal and takes great joy in making him do menial and demeaning tasks.
Oh.
We all know serial killer gang. He ain't going to go for that too well. I'm just saying, probably not. Or he'll like it in some sick, twisted weird way.
So show's out there.
It's
man.
out there.
It's so
and
wild.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, it's going to be phenomenal. The two of them back and forth, I can only imagine that is going to be epic dialogue, epic acting, epic. I'm psyched.
Yeah.
I'm psyched.
You're
psyched.
psyched.
Prodigal Son.
Yes, watch it. More news. Amy Ryan is set to star opposite of Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez in Hulu's upcoming comedy series that we've been talking about multiple times before on the show, Only Murderers in the Building.
Yes.
And get this, Ryan will play a musician who resides in the building. She joins previously announced Aaron Dominguez, who plays the son of building super, who is returning from a swanky residence after years away. So this is going to be very interesting, guys. I mean, it reminds me a lot of comedy Clue, I mean, something like that.
If you guys don't remember, like Logan said, we talked about this. This is the one where they decide that they want to be private investigators, but they're only investigating crimes that happen in their building, where they all live. So, I mean, it comes from the genius mind of Steve Martin, so it's going to be funny.
Exactly.
But it's also going to be intelligent. Yeah. It's probably, you're going to have to think. It'll be funny as shit, but you're going to have to think. That's my guess on it.
That's the best type of content, though.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
The ones that make the audience think. So,
Agreed.
It's going to be good.
Agreed. Well, now heading over to the bunny. I mean, we've been talking about it. Walter Hamada. He is coming back as president of DC Films. He continues to oversee the film slate along with features produced for HBO Max, the streaming platform. Terms of the new deal were not disclosed, but Hamada's new contract runs through 2023.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting because he was also involved in the Ray Fisher shit.
Yeah. He would. To be fair, as Ray Fisher pointed out, and we're only dealing in facts here, he was not the head of DC Films at that point.
At the time,
But he was involved with DC Films during the reshoots of Justice League, which is what Ray Fisher is talking about. So, and I mean, there's so much, guys. There's so much controversy going on back and forth, and if you believe Ray Fisher or not believe Ray Fisher or whatever the case may be, Warner Brothers is basically saying we trust Hamada with the future of this franchise. Yeah. And guys, keep in mind, the Batman, Aquaman 2, The Flash, Black Adam, Shazam, Fear of the Gods, Batgirl, Static Shock, Wonder Woman 3. He was behind the new release of Wonder Woman 1984 right now. I mean, they're putting it all on this guy, and that's a lot of pressure.
It is.
And so immediately, Ray Fisher responds saying, "Hey, what the fuck? I'm not. I'm not down with this. I'm never working on any film that Hamada is involved in." And so everybody took that as he renounced himself from any DC projects. Yeah. Like he withdrew himself. To which he responded, "Wait a minute. I didn't withdraw myself from anything.
Time out.
This is just kind of what's going on." So then I'm sure you guys saw that Warner Brothers officially announced that Ray Fisher would not be returning as Cyborg in the Flash movie.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't be recast. He was going to be written out altogether, which is really odd because Cyborg played an integral part in that film, apparently, and now it's not going to happen. To which Ray Fisher responded saying, if he was written out, it's not because he requested to be written out. It's just more drama going on with the bullshit with Hamada and everything. And then out of nowhere, he just throws Jeff Johns' name out there again.
Yeah, again.
And says, and by the way, the investigation that happened, Jeff Johns is going to be following soon behind Josh Whedon and out of there. To which Warner Brothers responded and said, not true. Jeff Johns has multiple projects with DC right now, and he's going to continue to work there. And the investigation conducted 80 interviews. It was done by a judge outside of the company, so it was non-biased and all this kind of stuff. So Jeff Johns is apparently, he's good, he's stable, he's working on Stargirl, he's working on he helped write Wonder Woman 1984. I don't think he's going anywhere.
No.
So I don't know. Ray Fisher, Warner Brothers.
I know. I want to believe Ray Fisher because, I mean, you always want to believe the person who says they are being mistreated or being bullied or being in that situation. But also, like, there's all of this, like, evidence that Warner Media and Warner Brothers has against or on the set of everything that they're still keeping these people. So everything is all up in the air. Where does that leave the DC film franchise? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
We'll probably never see a Justice League again, at least not in the next 10 years, in my opinion, because I don't think these people will come back and these characters will like be in each other's films ever again because all of this behind the scene drama.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Gal Gadot confirmed that she had problems with Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard any of the rest of them confirm that they had issues with Jeff Johns.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so while they stood behind Ray Fisher and backed him up on the claims about Josh Whedon, I haven't seen any of them say we had issues with Jeff Johns.
Well, we had Mark Ashworth come on the show and say how cool of a guy he was.
Exactly.
And talk to him about his character on Stargirl and like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting situation. Of course, we weren't there. We don't know. But still, like, I feel like this is part of the reason why DC films are not working right now.
Yeah, hence Hamada.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do, Hamada? Like that, now it's on your shoulders to save it all.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, you bring up an excellent point. We're gonna see the Zack Snyder cut finally of Justice League, right? Of which Ray Fisher is in. Ray Fisher participated in reshoots.
In the reshoots, yeah.
And is an integral part in that storyline. So if we were to get a sequel, if we were to see more, Warner Brothers made it clear they're not hiring him back.
Yeah.
They're not taking him back. So where does that leave? And I wouldn't guess Zack Snyder would want to recast.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Exactly. And I mean, plus, we saw Ben is coming back for The Flash to be Batman. But does he want to continue that? I mean, especially after Robert Pattinson, the Batman film comes out and possibly better than Affleck. So, I mean, there's so many moving pieces for DC right now. Like, it's absolutely insane.
And you can't leave out Keaton.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's also coming back and is going to take the role of the older Batman, which kind of leaves Affleck's older Batman out in the dark.
Exactly.
And rumor has it they're trying to convince Keaton to come on board for a Batman Beyond film.
Oh,
if that happens, I can't see where Affleck would fit in.
Exactly.
So, but I'm totally down for Keaton doing Batman Beyond.
Please do.
Make that happen.
That would be so badass.
What I'm totally not down for, and I've been crying about it ever since last year, we finally know the fate of Green Arrow and the Canaries.
Rip.
And it's dead.
Rip.
The project is dead. Rip, as he says. Fuck COVID, because apparently COVID is the reason. Arrow co-creator and showrunner Mark Guggenheim said in a statement, the decision was made back during the pandemic, actually, when it all started.
Yeah.
And he feels that's the reason why now officially it's dead. Apparently it was supposed to go in production when the pandemic started, and the pandemic shut that down and stopped it, and they, for whatever reason, just decided to not move forward.
Super unfortunate, man. Super unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pissed.
I know you are.
Catherine McNamara is gonna be back. The Stand is coming. It's about to debut. She's phenomenal. She's gonna be. But there were so many other good people on that show and that backdoor pilot that probably deserve to have that continue.
Yeah.
So, I'm pissed.
Yeah, it's really super unfortunate.
Fuck COVID.
Yeah, seriously, fuck COVID, and it's a victim of 2020.
It is,
literally a victim.
Now
anyway.
you can officially stop calling it the Arrowverse.
Yeah, right.
Because there's no Arrow.
There's no Arrow.
And there won't be another Arrow, so just fuck it.
I know. Flashverse, CWverse, like what the fuck?
Fuck it.
Who knows? Who knows? Of course, Superman and Lois, that one's coming out soon. I mean, there's other shows, DC shows, Greg Berlanti shows that are coming out, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. If you guys haven't watched Doom Patrol or Titans yet, be sure to check those out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Rise Darby is set to star in Our Flag Means Death. Okay. We're talking about right now, apparently.
Yeah.
HBO Max's period comedy from Oscar winner, the one and only Taika Waititi. The series is based loosely on the true adventures of Steed Bonnet, who is Darby, and is a well-to-do gentleman farmer and a child of wealth who suffers a midlife crisis and becomes captain of Revenge, a pirate ship in the early 18th century, and it marks the latest collaboration between Darby and Waititi. Darby starred in HBO's series Flight of the Conchords, which Taika was a writer and director of.
Yeah, and why does that name sound familiar, Rise Darby? If you've watched the Jumanji films, the recent Jumanji films, you know him. He's the game announcer guy that when they always pop into the game, he's there to tell them what to do. That guy.
He's hilarious.
So he's hilarious. Yeah, that's going to be really, really good. And I mean, anything Taika Waititi touches is like gold at this point. So.
Exactly. I mean, HBO Max is trying to produce a lot of original content right now, so that's really good, especially, I mean, like we talk about each week, it's all focused towards streaming.
Talk about original content.
Yes.
You like Westerns?
This one's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, you guys like Westerns? Warner ain't scared to like bring some weird stuff, right? Not just on HBO Max. This one's going to be on TNT. They are apparently in development of Heresy, okay? It's going to be a Western drama inspired by Melissa Learhart's book of the same name. And the people who are in development are the Handmaid's Tale trio of Bruce Miller, John Herrera, and Nina Fiore.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing, okay? I told you it's a Western, so obviously it's set in the Wild Wild West, right? But in this version of the Wild Wild West, women have few choices: marriage, whores, or grabbing a gun. Okay, so for two unlikely allies, the choice is simple. Described as Thelma and Louise meets the Magnificent Seven, Heresy's and here we go, female-driven, queer, transgender, multiracial takeover of the Wild West like we've never seen before. Led by two heroines, a group of women transform themselves into a legendary outlaw gang because the only way for a woman to claim her right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness is to steal it.
I want to see this so bad. Like, just off the description, I'm super pumped. I mean, this is definitely, like, nothing we've ever seen before, especially from a female perspective.
Yes.
So, I'm super pumped about this one.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm going to go out on a limb and predict that somehow, some way, Laverne Cox will be involved in this.
Oh, shit.
I in the cast. I think so. I'm just saying.
That'd be badass.
Notch that. Let's see if it comes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. And, I mean, speaking of fuck COVID, we're going over to Viacom CBS. Paramount has officially removed Lee Daniels' upcoming film, The United States versus Billie Holiday, from their theatrical release schedule. The studio was planning a February 26th release date, but now the film is headed to Hulu. And apparently, New Slate Ventures, which was a financier of the film, was kind of going back and forth deciding what they wanted to do. But apparently, Hulu was a better money deal for them, so they decided to go the streaming route rather than the theatrical route. This has been that way for the past, 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by this at all.
Yeah, and apparently Hulu offered them double what Paramount was estimating the theatrical take would be. So, smart move, and yet just another reference of, is it the final nail in the coffin for theaters? I mean, this company said, we're more likely to make our money from streaming, so let's just go there instead. And so it's great news for the film because people will still get to see it, and Hulu's a great, streaming service to be able to see it on and everything. Bad news for theatrical. Yeah. So
it's so interesting too. I hope we get to learn more about the whole process of the streaming revenue, because obviously box office, that's how you get your money for your film if you're not like one of these big ass fucking studios. But for a film like this, how do you make your money on a streaming service that you kind of just give them your film? Like, I just want to know.
That's because
is it subscriber base? Is it viewer base? Is it just a flat deadline or a flat line like payment? Here you go.
I think that's what it is. Just I know that's what Netflix is.
Yeah,
they just
Netflix
boom, here you go. And I'm guessing based from what the story sounds like, that's what it was. Here's twice what they thought they were going to give you. Boom, here you go.
Yeah.
Now how this company divides that amongst all the creators of the film and all that, who knows? But
which kind of makes sense, I guess, because you could look at the numbers of what you think the box office was going to be, and then double that profitability. And so it's just all very interesting, and that's why we're here to talk about what's going down in Hollywood.
That's right.
Oh man. Paramount also announced that Damien Chazelle's Babylon, starring Brad Pitt, is now dated for a December 25th 2022 limited theatrical release date, with a wide break theatrical release date on January 6th of 2023.
Yes.
And the film is an R-rated drama, and we've talked about it multiple times before, and it's set in the shifting moment that Hollywood at the industry turned from silent films to the talkies.
That's right. And I'm guessing it focuses on Clara Bow, remember? And it was supposed to be Emma Stone, but she had to drop out for scheduling stuff. And now Margot Robbie's involved in taking on that role. So it's going to be epic.
I agree.
I think it's going to be amazing. But
Agreed.
Oh, this next one I think is direct, hey, we can have a Hamilton too.
I know, I saw
that. Right? Okay.
I agree.
Paramount has acquired the rights to the musical Broadway hit Spam-A-Lot, which you guys know, Monty Python, right? It's a Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's what Spam-A-Lot is. It's a musical based on that film. And Paramount has scooped it up. Here's the crazy part. It's already fully developed with a screenplay by Monty Python troupe member Eric Idle and original songs. So it's good to go. The project comes to Paramount from Fox.
Yeah.
And it was at Fox prior to Disney buying Fox. Mm-hmm. So here's what I think went down. Disney bought Fox. They had Spam-A-Lot. They decided they wanted Hamilton more.
Yeah.
And they were willing to just give up Spam-A-Lot. And Paramount's like, fuck it. We do musicals. Grease, Saturday Night. We'll do it. We'll do it. And so, look. I love Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I liked Spam-A-Lot from all the stuff that I've seen from it, and I'm a huge Monty Python fan.
Yeah.
I'm down for this.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
The name just cracks me up because it just reminds me of Sperm-A-Lot, Cum-A-Lot, Fuck-A-Lot. It's just such a goofy name. I have no idea what it's about, but I will watch it. I'm a musical guy. So
King Arthur. It's about Camelot, but Spam-A-Lot.
Spam-A-Lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yep, it's going to be hilarious. So by you saying you had no idea what it's about, I guess you haven't seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I have not.
About King Arthur. Yeah. Well, that's on your to-do list now. Okay.
Seriously.
All right.
It really is. The list is getting longer.
It is. Longer. It is.
Oh man. Carrie Elwes. Yes, has joined
Princess
the upcoming.
Bride. Woo.
Yes, there you go. Has joined the upcoming Miramax/STX feature film spy thriller Five Eyes.
Yes,
and this makes the fourth re-team for filmmaker Guy Ritchie and Jason Statham. Everybody knows he's a badass fucking spy guy. And the screenplay comes from Ivan Atkinson and Maren Devies, and from The Gentleman guy. Follows MI6 gun and steel agent, who was played by Statham, who's recruited by a global intelligence alliance, Five Eyes, to track down and stop the sale of deadly weapons technology that threatens to disrupt the world's order.
Yes.
Interesting.
And apparently, Carrie Ewells is going to play the guy that hires him, like the guy behind trying to get it all. And then this is what we've talked about this. We talked about it a little bit last month. Aubrey Plaza's in it, and she's going to be the actual tech person that's traveling with him, that drives him nuts as they travel across the globe trying to find this shit. So it sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
I agree. Jason Statham, he's got his little niche of films, doesn't he?
He does.
He's really like, what's his name? I forget it. Like, the redhead, Bruce Lee, Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yes, Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. He's nowadays Chuck Norris in those type of films, in my opinion. So it's hilarious, though.
Pat Leckie just called and said, "Hey, I'm Walker."
Yeah, I'm Walker. What the fuck? I'm excited about that show, too.
Me too.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's going to be good. Everybody saw this. It broke the internet. Not really. But Clancy Brown is joining Showtime's upcoming Dexter revival as the primary villain. Brown will play the series' regular role of Kurt Caldwell, is the unofficial mayor of a small town, Iron Lake. I never watched Dexter.
Yeah, well, my question would be, does that mean this new Dexter is going to be set in the town of Iron Lake, because Dexter was not?
Yeah.
And so that brings that up. Like, what is Iron Lake going to have to do with it?
Yeah.
And from what I understand, this character is like a no-nonsense kind of, you fuck with my family, I fucking kill you kind of a guy.
Oh, damn.
So he's, a law enforcer, but don't fuck with him kind of. So, look, I love him. He's phenomenal. It makes sense to me that Showtime would do this because he's been on Billions recently as the Attorney General, and he's such a badass. That scene, Danny Strong, I'm never going to let you live it down, when they're at the urinal together, and Clancy's like 8 feet tall, and Danny's like,
I
funniest fucking
on
thing
Twitter,
I have ever seen. It was so freaking phenomenal. So I'm excited about it. And of course he was in Sleepy Hollow, and like he was in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Just so many things. He's a great villain.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic villain. So this is going to be great.
Yeah, very exciting, man. Very exciting. Like we talked about, COVID-19 has fucked a lot of things up, especially for daytime game shows.
That's right.
The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal have extended their holiday production hiatus, and hopefully they'll come back at the end of January. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you will not be coming on down
you
anytime
will not.
soon.
Stay at home. So be prepared to wear a mask.
Yes.
Oh, man. This next one just broke right before we did the show, and of course we had to put it in there because one of our past guests, Sky P. Marshall, is set to lead opposite of Sophia Bush and Jason Isaacs in Good Sam. Now, this is a CBS family medical drama pilot, and Marshall will play Dr. Lex Truly, an ambitious and capable surgeon who has achieved success despite the lack of support from her family.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Congratulations,
She
Sky.
deserves it.
We love you, and I don't know what this means for the other side business that we were talking about in the
Right.
show. You guys check out that interview. You'll see what we're talking about. But good for you. We're super excited. Now you're going to have to come back on the show and talk about it.
Exactly.
That's all we're saying.
Exactly. Go back and listen to that interview, too.
I mean, the side business might not be necessary anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
She's got it taken care of. Got it taken care
That's
of.
right.
Heading over to NBC Universal. Oh, man, we're super pumped about this because everybody knows we're huge Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Season 2 had a huge premiere, and it was the best viewership total since its all-around series premiere. And now it's going to be on Tuesday nights, right behind This Is Us.
Yeah.
Where it deserves to be.
Exactly, which makes sense is why it saw its biggest number since its premiere, because This Is Us led into it. And so all of the This Is Us audience carried over into it. So, and I like that because I feel like the This Is Us audience would like Zoe's.
Like that.
Yeah, so I feel like that carryover is going to stay next week and the week after. I think that's a good spot for it.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. This next part, though, we're a little
sucks.
disappointed about.
Yeah.
We're excited about it because of why, but then also disappointed about it. Lauren Graham, Gilmore Girl herself, Lorelai, will not be coming back to Zoe's. She was in the premiere for season 2, but that's it. She's done. She's out of there.
Yeah.
Not anything bad. It wasn't anything to do with they didn't didn't want her on there anymore. In fact, they wanted her for a long story arc for the second season, and it didn't happen because COVID caused some scheduling problems, and the priority for her is the Mighty Ducks on Disney Plus.
Yeah, which we've talked about before. Yeah.
Right. It makes sense because she's not just the starring in that with Emilio Estevez. She's executive producer on that. And so that was number one on her call sheet, if you will. And so that's what led to it.
It's so awesome to see her back in projects. Right?
Yes.
Like, she is so underrated. I mean, of course, a lot of people love her. But, I mean, there's that Lauren Graham rule for the Emmys, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, fucking, she's so underrated.
And I'm glad to see her making the move behind.
Yes.
Executive producing Mighty
so
Ducks.
Smart.
That's so badass.
Yes.
And the rumor is still out there. Will she appear on Marvelous Miss Maisel?
Yeah. I really hope so.
Me too.
Her and Alexis, like, that would be fucking badass.
Oh my god, yeah, and to see them all go.
I know if those two could be in the same episode, that would be absolutely brilliant.
Can I just say this? Because I'm a Law and Order fan. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
I mean, my fucking
Who
answering
isn't, though?
machine used to be don't.
Yeah.
Like, but this. Kudos.
This is really good.
I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Apparently, NBC's Law & Order Special Victims Unit is seeking Broadway actors. They're going out of their way, Warren Light said, who's the showrunner, by the way. They're trying to hire every Broadway actor that they can while the curtains are down, while Broadway is closed, because they want to get these people work and they want them to get paid and not be struggling. So they're literally reaching out and hiring out-of-work Broadway actors to be in their show. Everybody knows Law & Order is shot in New York, actually shot in New York, so that's where Broadway and all these actors are, so I love that.
I love it too. I mean, that's so fucking considerate to think about, like, all of these brilliant actors who are out of work just so they can get some money in their pockets and proceed with their career. And I mean, of course, you need everything on your IMDb profile to get more views, get more likes, get more attention, basically, because it's all about attention in Hollywood.
Exactly.
And I mean, this next week's episode features Tony-nominated Hadestown actor Eva Noblezada and Beetlejuice actor Alex Brightman. So it's super exciting. This is a really good story, guys. I mean, this is very needed right now.
Absolutely, and phenomenal. Well done to everybody involved. Dick Wolf, Warren Light, and everybody involved with the show, because that's the way. That's what we were talking about in the intro to this show. Just be nice.
Exactly.
Be kind. Do something nice for somebody, you know, for no other reason. Just to do something nice, and that's what they are doing.
Yeah.
This next one is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I agree.
And with all the trouble going into it, we didn't know if it would happen, not happen, will there be, won't there be, or whatever. Apparently, people still love football.
It's true. I mean, it still is America's game. You cannot deny that.
That's right. Fuck you, baseball.
Yeah. I mean, it's not baseball at all. The 15th season of NBC's Sunday Night Football is on pace to be the top primetime TV show for the fall for the 10th year in a row, based on the Nelson's data. Sunday Night Football extended its record for the most consecutive years at the top of the chart since 1950. In distant second place is American Idol, which topped the chart for 6 years, the 2005 to 2010-11 season, The Cosby Show in the 80s, and Cheers in the 70s, I believe, and All in the Family.
80s.
Yeah. See, I mean, I don't
All
know.
in the Family was 70s.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't there. But
Ted Danson's like, I'm not that old. I know my gray hair. Shit, but
it's like, shit, your gray hair. Your gray hair. It's okay.
He went gray early, okay?
Take it off.
He was dyeing it. He was dyeing it back then.
That's so funny, man. NBC has put into development Ties That Bind, a drama based on Elizabeth Coleman's stage play, Secret Bridesmaid's Business. The show, described as an elevated soapy thriller in which three women make a promise to one another that leads them to embark on a dangerous secret that threatens to implode their lives, facing dire consequences, and they must rely on the power of their friendship to survive.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're screwed.
So they're fucked. They're fucked.
I'm just saying it is. So it's like a primetime soap.
Yeah.
I'm guessing is what it's going to be. Prime time,
like.
The era of Dallas and Falconcrest and Knots Landing, all of them are coming back.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, they brought back Dynasty.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I mean, Hey,
yeah.
It's a Peacock story.
Yeah, it's your favorite.
Yeah, it's Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
He threw that to me because I was old enough to watch the original Punky Brewster. It's
Yep.
fine. Soleil Moon Frye. Yeah, I was a fan. Okay? I don't. The Peacocks announced that all 10 episodes of the new Punky Brewster revival show are going to drop February 25th. So there you go. They also released a new cast photo. It is weird seeing them all grown up.
I bet.
But, look, in the revival, we haven't really talked about this. We didn't really know what it was going to be about. We knew she was going to be a single mom, but we didn't know much beyond that. Now we do. Apparently, she is going to be a single mother of 3 trying to get her life back on track when she meets Izzy, a young girl in the foster system who reminds Punky of herself when she was young and taken in as a foster child.
It'll be interesting if they put this one behind the paywall. I know with Saved by the Bell, they put the first episode available to watch to everyone and then the rest behind the paywall. But it'd be interesting because, I mean, Peacock needs every viewer they can get.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they should just put their original stuff not behind the paywall.
I'm just not sure Punky Brewster's it.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
look, I liked it as a kid, but, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's by far, Peacock, in my opinion, is by far the last in the race.
They're slacking.
To be honest.
They're slacking.
They are definitely the turtle that will not win.
You know what the Peacock is waiting for? I'm telling you, Bel Air.
You think so?
The drama reboot
that's coming there, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I think that's going to be the one that launches them and it's like boom.
Yeah.
That's going to be the Peacock's House of Cards.
Yeah. Ooh,
like that drama that just solidifies
that sucks
them.
people in.
Yeah. Like wait a minute, we can do shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be what that is.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even realize that one was going there. So yeah, that's damn.
Get on it, Chris Cooper. Just get on it, man. They need you.
Exactly. Now heading over to Netflix, the streaming giant at the moment. Ben Radcliffe, is set to star as a recurring opposite of Sienna Miller and Michelle Dockery in Anatomy of a Scandal.
Yes.
Netflix's six-part anthology series from the one and only David E. Kelly, who is super
name
busy.
Again. Yeah, I mean,
super busy right now.
He doesn't care where it's at, what network, streamer, broadcast. He doesn't care. He's got it everywhere.
Exactly. Which is good because remember when we talked about the Lincoln Lawyer thing?
Yeah,
and it could not get off the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he's seeing some success.
Yeah. My question is, when does he ever see Michelle Pfeiffer?
That's the real question.
I mean, do they? He seems
FaceTime.
like a busy guy.
They Zoom.
They FaceTime.
they use the Zoom.
That's right. They use the Zoom.
Oh,
delicious conversations.
Oh, goodness. The series tells the story of a scandal among the British privileged elite and the women caught up in its wake. Radcliffe will play a young James. Older James is played by Rupert Friend.
Oh, I like Rupert Friend. So that's going to be good.
Is he a friend?
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
My best friend's wedding.
Oh.
Remember with Julia Roberts?
Yeah.
He was the best friend that, was gay. Rupert Friend.
I've got a friend in him. Or maybe somebody else has got a friend in him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Toy Story.
Yeah.
So now we don't even know where we're going.
No, no, it's happening.
Not a British scandal. Toy Story was not a British scandal. Like
it wasn't. Netflix is preparing to release an extended version of Chris Rock's 2018 stand-up special, Tambourine, on January 12th. Chris Rock Total Blackout, the Tambourine extended cut, will include additional footage from his Brooklyn Academy of Music set, as well as interviews and behind-the-scenes footage. I love that, though, because I love behind-the-scenes stuff.
Me too. Documentary type stuff is just killing it.
I agree.
It's absolutely killing it right now. And I mean, kudos to all the streamers because all of them are delivering on it. Apple and Netflix and HBO Max, they've all had them and they're all like whooping ass with them. So if you haven't watched a Bee Gees one, do it. Do it.
Oh, man. I'm so pumped up about this next one. Amazon, and I'm glad they're doing it on the free ad-based supported system, too, because I was a huge fan of the movie, and, of course, Heath Ledger. IMDb TV, Amazon free ad-supported streaming service, is developing a TV series adaptation of the 2005 Sony movie, Lords of Dogtown.
Yes.
The project hails from Sean Ryan's Mid-Kid Productions and Sony Pictures Television, where the company is based, and the movie director Catherine Hardwicke is executive producing, so bringing back some OGs. The series is going to be a 1-hour ensemble drama about the 1970s skateboarding scene in Southern California, which I believe they're based out of Venice, centered around the hell-raising teenage girl growing up in a foster care system as she falls into a crowd of skaters who idolize the famed Zephyr skateboarding team.
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be badass. And I don't know if enough people know that Amazon has IMDb's free streaming stuff.
I know.
Now you know. So be able to check that out because that's badass.
I agree.
And good. They're ramping up like high quality stuff on the free. So that's everybody knows Prime. But that's some good
especially
shit right
original content. Too.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
Yeah,
that's like Peacock behind and not behind the paid wall.
That's right.
They're doing it better.
Apple wanted everybody to be reminded that they have Haley Steinfeld also.
It's
all about Hawkeye now. It's all about Disney Plus.
On.
But they're like, wait, hold on. She stars in Dickinson too, which is why everybody was like, will she be in Hawkeye? We don't know. Yeah. But she is. She's Kate Bishop. It's fine. It's okay. She's
chill.
But Apple wanted to remind you that, hey, season 2 of Dickinson, about Emily Dickinson, you remember, Haley Steinfeld's in that. It's scheduled to start January 8th. Today.
Yes.
It's starting today.
Right now.
Right now. Season 2. Don't watch it until you're done listening.
Exactly.
But that's fine. Haley Steinfeld returns in the lead role and finds Dickinson in a new world where she is being pulled out of her private literary life and reluctantly pushed into the public spotlight. It creates confusion for her as to whether fame is a good or a bad thing. And I'm hearing from all the reviews that she becomes sexual in season 2.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn. We're getting all Zendaya euphoria.
Yeah, because Dickinson was wild, man.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Exactly. Are you going to stay Hannah Montana or are you going to go full Miley Cyrus? That's the real question, man. That's the real question. Everybody saw that New Year's Eve shit. That was wild. That was like rocker Miley.
That's right.
I was kind of scared.
Me too.
The bang scared me.
Me too.
But whatever.
Me too.
Whatever makes you happy.
Will Emily Dickinson go crazy?
No, you don't know.
Haley Steinfeld won't because she's on Hawkeye now.
Yeah, she's like Disney. I gotta chill.
She's Kate Bishop.
Yeah, Roku had its biggest year last year, guys.
Yes.
They reached out and pulled in 51.2 million active accounts by the end of 2020, by far their biggest year, raising from 36.9 million by the end of 2019 and only 13.4 million by the end of 2016. That's insane. And get this, they facilitated around 58.7 billion streaming hours in 2020.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Almost 60 billion hours of people watching
That's
on Roku.
That's a lot of time.
That is insane. Now to be fair, Roku has all of the streaming services, so that's 60 billion viewing hours divided among 6 streamers or whatever. But that is a shit ton of people watching Roku.
Yeah. That was a third me watching Game of Thrones, binging Game of Thrones, getting through that shit. But that's insane. That's absolutely insane. No doubt COVID fucking ramped that shit up. It was the biggest year for Roku because of COVID, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, those levels represent a 55% year-over-year surge for both the quarter and the full fiscal year.
It doesn't surprise me for the quarter because Wonder Woman dropped in the quarter.
Yeah,
and I bet a shit ton of people now that once Roku got it watched it. So it doesn't surprise me that the quarter was huge.
Yeah, and guys, we really got to watch Roku because they're doing some interesting moves. They're using this entertainment industry like a chessboard. They just bought up. I know every analogy I can get to chess, I will do it.
The Queen's fucking gambit.
I love
man.
it.
It's
I love it. Roku.
Before every show, he stares at the ceiling now. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm just fucked up on tranquilizers. It's all good. It's fine.
Sushi and wine, tranquilizers.
Yeah. Roku just bought the content catalog, everything that Quibi had to offer. Everybody knows it's the short-form mobile streaming service platform that launched by Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman back in April of 2020 before shuttering in December. That's
April
so
to December.
That's it. Under some of the deals at Quibi, producers partnered with Quibi to exhibit their shows on the platform for 7 years, and there were some contracts that were stated that the content couldn't be shared on other platforms. Roku contract terms wouldn't prevent the company from airing the content.
So that's weird because basically, if Quibi can find another distribution outlet for some of that content, this deal with Roku would not prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But you're right. There's so many good shows on Quibi that never even made it.
Yeah.
Like, to the air. Like, Swimming with Sharks and, like, so many things I'm excited about. So
I wanted to see that 50 Cent animated, like, superhero series, too. So bad. So, and this is going to be free, guys. It's going to be on the Roku channel, and it's going to be free.
Well, and Kevin Hart's, like, wanting to be an action star show was on there, too, with John Travolta, right? Like, so there's going to be a lot of good shit. The question is, how is Roku going to will it be on the Roku channel, on their app, their little, where you can watch shit, or how is it going to be distributed on Roku? This is going to be the question. So.
I agree. It's going to be very interesting, man.
Badass.
Very interesting. Great industry news segment, though. Great industry news segment.
There's been relationships in Hollywood that lasted longer than Quibi.
Oh.
And that's not... I mean, you know how fast Hollywood relationships go? But they outlasted Quibi.
Yeah, shit. Even Tom Cruise's relationship.
I mean, seriously.
Wild.
Wow. Just saying.
Just saying.
What's next for Jeffrey Katzenberg?
Exactly.
Will he be an ambassador? Iger's interested. Apparently, Katzenberg, we haven't heard from.
Yeah, we don't know.
Biden, please make him one and just send him the fuck out of here.
Just do it.
Just get him somewhere.
All right, now it is time for the top 5 segment, man. And I mean, of course, bringing in a new year, we had to talk about how much 2020 sucked.
Yes.
So of course, you guys know this one's brought to you by Jason, podcast producer, rocking and rolling every single week. Man, we had a lot of good stuff to talk about this week. Top 5 things that sucked about 2020 / wishes for 2021.
That's right. It's double size. You're getting 10 each.
Yeah. Oh. So how do you want to do this? You want to do a good, bad thing?
Let's do all the things. Let's do our top 5 things that sucked, and then we'll do our top 5 things that we're hoping for.
All right. Let's do it. The top 5... Or the 5th thing that sucked for me.
J-Lo's number 5.
Right? Like, number 5 for me, feeling like 2020 took forever. It was it felt like it was 3 years combined into one.
It did.
Like, I mean, I know the quarantine was definitely necessary, and I mean, everybody has to do what they have to do so we can move past this thing, but damn, guys, like, it just seemed like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. It felt like it took forever, and it's just super sad. I'm so glad it's over, though.
Almost as long as it took to get my stimulus check. Anyway, my number 5, health issues.
Yeah.
2020, I had to early on battle some health issues. I was not in good place, as you guys know. We've talked about it, heart problems and stuff like that. So I was going through some high blood pressure and heart problems again and had to get through that. So that sucked.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have a shitty year and be going through shitty health. But I'm healthy now.
Yes. Thank goodness, man. Thank goodness. We got some things to do. Things to do.
We got a lot of things. I ain't going nowhere.
No.
I ain't going nowhere.
Better not. Oh, man. Number 4 for me, the 2 biggest deaths that impacted, things that I do and things I like to watch. Chadwick Boseman and Alex Trebek. Chadwick Boseman, that one came out of nowhere because no one expected it. Only like his small circle of people knew of this pancreatic cancer that he had.
Yep.
And Alex Trebek, man, like that was just a legend. A freaking legend. Tonight was actually his last night on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And that one kind of came out of nowhere. And I saw on GMA this morning that they said, everybody's probably expecting like a farewell goodbye thing, but he didn't know. It was like 3 weeks after that recording. So.
Yeah. And apparently his message that he gives at the end, it wasn't a farewell message. It was about COVID and how during all these times we have to be better to each other.
Together.
So even as the man is dying, he's worried about take care of each other and get through it. So, man, what a... Yeah. Oh,
that's super sad.
That's hard. My number 4 thing that sucked most about 2020, family drama.
Yeah.
That added to number 5's health problems.
It can do that, man.
It can.
Do that, especially
it can.
when it's unnecessary.
Yeah, there was a lot of we all have it, but
We do.
you know, this past 2020 was like significantly sucked with it, family drama.
I blame COVID.
I do too. I'm not saying that didn't have a lot to do with it. I bet it did, but you know, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we look like we're moving past all that now, and seems to be in a good spot, in a good place. And so there you go.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Cabin fever's a bitch. Like, I think that's a lot of what it was too.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, number 3 for me was, I mean, this one kind of sucks for both of us because we're such big movie lovers. Only being able to see like 10 movies max in the theater this year. And we just love going to the movies. We're going to movies like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's super unfortunate.
We finally got a movie subscription service that was
worked.
epic, that worked, that was worth it. Regal Unlimited.
Take it away.
And then they, you know.
And I was super excited too because all the classics like were coming back into theaters. Like I was able to go see the first Ghostbusters in theaters.
Yeah.
I was like this close of seeing Star Wars: A New Hope in the theaters, which would have been an epic experience, but then everything got shut down. So it's really unfortunate, man. That's one of the most like fucked up things I hate about COVID. Is like that was my favorite pastime.
I think I'm just going to throw this out there, that Regal, because they're struggling financially, right? They've been closed or whatever.
Yeah.
They should work out some sort of a deal with the streamers that for anybody who has Regal Unlimited, you know, like we do, you should be able to watch the movie on the streamer for free instead of having to do it through the paywall because you have Regal Unlimited, and they should work out some sort of a deal with each other where they participate in the profits together because of, you know, Regal Unlimited.
Well, and that goes back to just helping each other out.
Exactly. And it would make our cards at least be worth something.
Exactly.
You know, we have this subscription service that we can't use.
It's been frozen for like 8 months.
Yeah, it's just, and kudos to them for at least freezing it. Though.
Thank goodness. I would have been pissed.
Yeah. My number 3, you guys know, I'm a foodie. I love like trying new foods, trying new places, restaurants, and 2020, fuck that.
It really did.
I mean, we couldn't go out to eat anymore, man. And like way towards the end, we finally could, but it wasn't the same.
It's
You
not.
said distanced and the masks, and like it wasn't the same. Just kick back, relax, chill, a new meal that you've never tried, a new place that you've never tried. You know, I really missed that. I really missed being able to go out to eat at nice restaurants, you know, and experience new foods and stuff. I miss that.
Yeah, I completely agree, man. Number 2 for me was the death of my family dog, Ray, and the death of my family cat, Hamtara. I'm a huge anime lover, so when I was like 7, that fucking like hamster show Hamtara was on, like, so I named my cat Hamtara. But it's super unfortunate because like with that, I mean, you can't travel anywhere, so you can't go down and say your goodbyes, and it's just super unfortunate. I always love them, always have like little tokens, little memory tokens. I got little the cat tag and the dog tag and pictures, but yeah, it just sucks. Can't be there.
It does.
It does.
It does. Which is my number 2. Not being able to travel.
Yeah.
You know, you guys know for whatever reasons, like you said, to go down with the passing of animals or to visit family or whatever. But you guys also know we travel like all the time.
Yeah.
We were like taking road trips everywhere and going to all these new places, location scouting or just vacations or just, you know, road trips to see new, you know, and to not be able to do that, to basically not be able to leave your little area that you're in, sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so ramped up to take a fucking road trip somewhere.
We were
anywhere.
averaging like every 3 months.
Yeah, like all over the country, and those were some of the best times and some of our best moments in those road trips, those car rides, and like not to be able to do that. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
I'm ready, so ready to get back to that.
I agree. My number 1 is not being able to see family because I mean I have family in the South, I have family in the Midwest, I have family like just everywhere, and you can't go anywhere. You can't see them. You don't want to be in each other's space with each other's germs, and especially now, people getting tested, not getting tested, getting vaccinated, not getting vaccinated. It's just so scary. But we do live in a very fortunate time to where we do have FaceTime. We do have Zoom. We can see each other's faces and talk back and forth that way. But it's not the same as actually hugging your loved one.
That's true.
So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Hopefully we just get this shit taken care of.
Which plays right into my number one, which was lack of physical connection for the year. I'm a really physical guy. I like that. When we were able to take a couple of location scouting things or whatever, and visit studios or whatever, you couldn't just do the standard reach out handshake. Nice to meet you.
It's so weird.
So no handshakes, no hugs. Couldn't just give a good hug to somebody or a genuine kiss to somebody that you love, or like no physical interaction is just like, it sucks. Yeah. I'm like craving just a good bear hug.
I know,
like,
right?
I just, God help the first person we're allowed to hug afterwards, because you are in trouble. That's right. Yeah. But I mean, physical interaction. You don't realize how much you need it until you can't do it. I know. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But let's lift this up. Let's lift this thing up for our top 5 wishes for 2021. We're moving forward, turning the page.
Yes.
Different chapter. Hopefully it's going to be better. My number 5 is to tour Tyler Perry Studios. Oh my goodness, guys. This thing looks fucking amazing. If anybody doesn't know, this is on a old Confederate Army base. So this is just absolutely an amazing idea that Tyler Perry buying this land where his people were once enslaved, and now where black people and African American people and people of color can make a profitability and make a name for themselves. It's absolutely magnificent. So many sound stages, so many freaking different. They have a whole White House on the fucking lot. Yeah. It's crazy.
It is. That would be an epic road trip to take.
Yes.
Like right there. Like boom. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
We are.
All right. My number 5 has a lot to do with my things that sucked. So my number 5 is to have a year with no negativity or drama.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I posted a little thing the other day, and I hope you guys saw it, about how your day is as happy as you want it to be.
Exactly.
Like, good things, bad things, like that's all up to you. Things happen every day. It's how you choose to react to them. So I'm choosing to not have negativity. I'm choosing not to have drama. That's important to me. That's a big goal this year.
Yeah, I love it. I love the statuses you've been posting every day, because I feel like also interacting with those people who might not even realize they get in that rut. I feel like those help like yourself and them talk about things and like just be able to be happier. Like your Muppet thing. Who's your favorite Muppet? I have no idea. No, I don't think anybody answered it.
No. An old friend of mine from like middle school. Yeah. Middle school. Like, I mean, she was a year older than me. My best friend, it was his older sister. She was a year older, but she guessed it. It's Animal. For anybody who didn't know, it was Animal. And she nailed it.
I was just going back every like couple hours looking at your status, and nobody was guessing this.
And I'll tell you why it's Animal and when it became Animal, and it's so like, because there were great guesses. Swedish Chef and like all of them. And all of them are true. I did love all of them and everything. But it became Animal. I was always a fan of Animal to begin with, but it overall became Animal with Muppet Babies. Because at the end of every show, he would do that, Animal go bye-bye! And I just fucking loved it. I just like, no, this is a badass dude. And he grows up to be a rock and roll drummer and like all this stuff. That was it. Yeah, Animal.
That's great.
So I'm going to be drawing Animal, guys. You'll see it.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
But Marie finally got it. So kudos, Marie. You know me way too well.
Hell yeah. Number 4 for me, once it's safe and once we're able to, getting out back to LA. I mean, guys, it's one of the most beautiful cities. Like, there's always things going on, and everybody knows we are filmmakers, we are producers, we are writers, we're anything and everything that has to do with the entertainment industry, and that's just where we need to be. It's where our heart is, it's where our brain is. Like, that is where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, and you guys know we made the move out there, and then some family health stuff brought us here, and then COVID hit, and like so many, we didn't go back. We just have rode out the pandemic, away from LA, which I'm with you. I mean, I'm so ready to get back. I miss it desperately. I love the place.
Yeah.
People can say whatever they want about it, and right now it's an absolute hellhole.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt about it, but I love it.
Yeah.
And never have I been more inspired by anywhere.
Yeah, but we are huge, firm believers of everything happens for a reason.
That's right.
This happened for a reason. It's that for us being moved across the country. So, I mean, but yeah, Can't wait to get the fuck back out there.
Me too. Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Amen. My number 4 is, and I think this is extremely important because I fall into a rut sometimes of always putting other people first.
Yeah.
And sometimes to the detriment of myself, because you have to be healthy too. You have to focus on yourself sometimes. Otherwise, you can't help other people.
Exactly.
And I fall into that way too often most of my life. So one of my focuses for this year is to definitely focus more on me and my happiness so that I can inspire others, so that I can do things for other people. But if you're not in the right frame of mind for yourself and you're not happy yourself, then you can't do that for others. And so I'm working really hard on always helping others, but learning to prioritize my needs also, and not, negating my needs for others, because sometimes you can't do that.
Yeah.
You got to help others. You got to do things for others. Be nice to others, but not at the expense of forgetting to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Completely agree, man. Completely agree. Number 3 for me is to get healthier, be more active. 2020, of course, sucked for everybody. And with that, there were sweets. There was so many sweets, so much chocolate. Everybody talks about quarantine 15. Mine was like, this is the most I've ever weighed ever. I mean, still not a lot, but still, I just want to get back into shapes, played sports all throughout life, basically. And then now, not being in school and not getting that physical activity, I have to do it myself and have to be more disciplined and more just ready to do it. So yes, getting healthier and making smarter decisions. I'm eating a lot of baked chicken right now.
There you go. My number 3 is exactly the same. I played sports all throughout: hockey, baseball, basketball, football, swimming, everything. Literally, my goal is to get back into my playing day shape. Yes. Yeah, that is it. Healthy, get back into shape like that, and yeah. That's it. I too am eating a shit ton of healthy food.
Yes.
And working out relentlessly every day, and so it's gonna happen. It's
necessary.
It is. It's necessary.
Exactly. Number 2, I accidentally said it a little bit earlier, literally my last thing. Be more disciplined. But with this, I mean, be more on a schedule, because having a schedule and being set to do something at a certain time or even on a certain day is very important for success, and especially to keep moving forward in this industry. I mean, you have to always be doing something. So to be more disciplined and not be fucking lazy, because we can all get in a rut. There's so many streaming services right now. We love all of them, and there's so many shows we feel like we have to catch up, but I personally am trying to limit myself to one of those sweet pleasure shows, once a day, one episode a day. I'm not talking about Pornhub, guys. But be more disciplined so we can make our dreams come true 2021, because that's what it's about.
Yeah, man. And part of that is writing shit down, having a schedule, having an itinerary, because what is that old thing? It's not a goal until you write it down. It's a dream before that, but it's a goal once you write it down.
Exactly.
So, I'm totally with you. I love that. I love that one. My number 2 is to get everything in order, to get our drafts revised, to get our shit, put it all together, do all the workings that we need to do, collaborate, work, process, do whatever we got to do, and then get in the room where it happens.
Yes.
To get in the room where it happens and pitch our projects.
Yes.
Because, guys, I fucking love it. I live for it. I participated in a panel to tell people how to do it. I want to be in the room and be able to pitch, because, God, I'm good. And I just want to get in the room. So that's my number 2, is to do everything that we need to do to get our projects to the point where they are ready to pitch, and then get in the room.
Yes. Yes, most definitely, most definitely. My number 1 is to try to be better at controlling my mental health as best as possible, because it's very important. We've talked about mental health very recently on past shows. It's very important with where you go in the future and how to just kind of accept what happened in the past. Right now, there's a beautiful documentary series. I don't even know if you want to. It's kind of like a self-guide on meditation. So I'm meditating right now and trying to figure all that out, trying to center myself and try to just control anxiety because I'm a very anxious person. So it's very good to try to control the mental health and trying to, just navigate. I mean, of course, there's going to be bad days, there's going to be good days, but to try to find the balance and be able to bring yourself out of a rut that you might accidentally fall in, it's very important.
Guys, absolutely, and meditation is no joke. Like I do, he knows, guys. I listen to it every night. Like that's no joke. That is real. Like some just interpersonal downtime space for yourself to where It's just you and your thoughts and getting your shit together. It is so helpful. It is so helpful. I mean, highly recommend meditation to anybody and everybody. It's always a good thing. My number one. It's going to happen. We're already on track for it. We're already super excited about this. It will happen this year, which is why it's my number one, because I feel confident. Let's see.
Achoo! There it is.
There it is. Like, see? And that has nothing to do with not being healthy.
Yeah.
I have sinuses.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if 5 more happened. Be prepared.
It's that Bergman curse, man. We once we sneeze, we can't stop. My number one, direct our first film.
Yes.
I've directed some things in the past, you guys know, but I am so excited. I've never directed a film. And the idea of being able to do it as a duo,
Yes.
and have us be able to show the world what we can do from our creative minds visually in a directing standpoint, I'm so super excited to finally get that under the belt and show everybody what we're capable of with directing. We have a great project. We have a great short film, and I am super stoked.
I am
so
too.
My number one goal is to direct that first film and to get it out there and it's going to be epic.
It will. What are your top 5 things you're hoping for 2021? Because let's just pass on that negativity. Let's just get that out of the way. What are your top 5 things for 2021? Your wishes, your resolutions, any of that positivity. We want to know. We love interacting with the fans. So please let us know. Comment below on the podcast platforms, on the YouTube comment section, or on any social media platform that we are on. Because you guys know we are on all of them.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere. Now it is time for the box office recap. Wonder Woman did have that theatrical release on Christmas Day, and it pulled in $5.5 million, which I am kind of surprised about.
Yeah.
Because everything's so up in the air.
Yeah, because this is like third week, right?
Yeah.
These are third week totals, 5.5. So, I'm shocked that it's still making that much money in the theaters, especially since it's about to go unfavorable on Rotten Tomatoes. It's about to be rotten.
I mean, my opinion, could have been better.
Yes.
Could have been better. There was a lot of filler stuff.
I got to tell you, though, other than Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, most second films in a trilogy are that, right? I mean, so I feel like if you're going to have the clunker in the 3, the second one's the one to do it in. So,
or Dark Knight. Dark Knight is also in that Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Because Batman Begins was Wonder Woman 1984, basically. My opinion. In my opinion.
See, I would throw in Superman 2, but I can't because Superman 2 and Superman 1 were basically all one long film. So you can't say that second one was the epic pinnacle.
Speaking of Superman, did you see the picture of Henry Cavill wearing
Christopher Reeve's suit?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now see, that should tell Warner Brothers right there that Zack Snyder is your guy.
He is.
He put him in the Christopher Reeve suit for the audition. That shows you where he's at with the DC legacy.
Yes.
I mean, so what if he went darker? Who cares? Patty Jenkins did it with the first Wonder Woman, an homage to the Superman film, Christopher Reeve's Superman film. That's where you need Hamada. Are you listening?
Are you listening?
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that was a great picture.
It really was.
He looked bad, and that was no fake muscle suit like the Man of Steel one. That was just him.
Yeah,
and it looked badass.
It did. It really did. Anyway, number 2 is The Croods: A New Age. It pulled in $2.2 million. News of the World pulled in $1.7 million.
That's a Tom Hanks one.
Oh, okay. Is that Western one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one looks interesting. I do want to see that one. Monster Hunter pulled in $1.3 million, and Fatale pulled in $702,000. $100,000.
Sure.
So, yeah. And movies that might come out near you: Feast of the Seven Fishes, The Marksman, Wrath of Man, Don't Tell a Soul, and Jumanji Level 1.
Oh.
And movies you could possibly still go see in a theater near you: Promising Young Women, Pinocchio, A War with Grandpa.
Bobby's still there.
Still there,
he's
man.
Still there, man. He's not in the top 5 anymore, but he's still there.
He is. Alien and Come Play. Oh. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Now, heading over to the IMDb Pro Top Trending segment. You guys know we love this app.
Yes.
I used it just the other day to reach out to Moriarty himself, Andrew Scott, to try to get on the show. Dude, I really hope so. That would be fucking badass, because I'm watching BBC's Sherlock right now with Benedict Cumberbatch. It's so good.
And Martin Freeman.
Yeah. It's so damn
They're
good.
epic in the MCU together.
But
they were epic on Sherlock before that.
Yes. So good. But yes, guys, IMDb Pro is such an amazing app, especially if you're an up-and-comer in the entertainment industry. It's definitely worth the $19.99 that you are going to spend on it. And, I mean, you can get anything and everything when it has to do with the entertainment industry. You can track people. You can get contacts for people. You can audition, submit yourself to projects. And you can also track us and look up our projects to try to audition.
It's true.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
That's right. And guys, they always give you a 30-day free trial.
They do.
And trust me, when you take that 30-day free trial, you'll be hooked.
Yes.
You're not going to give it up afterwards. It's
Agreed.
like that good.
Agreed. So. The movie this week, by no surprise, because everybody's talking about it. They've been talking about it since Christmas. Wonder Woman 1984. It is what it is. I think, honestly, personal opinion, I think the best part of that film is Pedro Pascal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he is. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
It was really weird. I thought what's her face's
Cheetah.
She came in way too late.
I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
I was hoping for more from Cheetah.
Yeah.
And it just was not good.
Yeah.
It was like a I don't know.
It was kind of like a throwaway villain.
Yeah. Yeah. It just.
And that's supposed to be like one of her main villains, right? One of her main rivals. So that's very disappointing. It'd be interesting to see what happens with that character.
I did love the iconic cameo by Linda Carter, though.
That was badass. That was really badass, and hopefully they play on that a little bit more in Wonder Woman 3.
Right,
because that would be epic. That's who she was looking for, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was the original Amazon in the golden armor that saved mankind. So, and I love that they made that Linda Carter again. Patty Jenkins paying homage to the DC legacy that worked in the past. So, it's good stuff.
Agreed. The top trending TV show is Bridgerton, Netflix's original series. Everybody's talking about this.
Shonda Rhimes, man.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes. This is like her biggie, yeah.
Yeah, with Netflix. I'm super pumped to watch it. I know Lil Cam and I really want to watch it. So, I mean, period piece, man. It's huge right now. It's definitely huge. Want to watch that one.
There's a lot of controversy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GMA talks about it every single time I watch GMA.
Yeah, it's become like the new Downton Abbey.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I feel like it's got that type of hype. So, but it's Shonda Rhimes. Of course, it's got hype.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
All right, the top trending star is Regine Page, I think. What do you say?
I would say Regé Jean Page.
Regé Jean Page. Are they French?
They're from Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
Yep.
All right.
They star in Bridgerton.
Oh, that makes sense. He.
Yeah.
There he is, right there. Whatever. Just to let everybody know who's listening and watching the YouTube channel, Jason knows how bad I am at names. This man put in parentheses, this ought to be good.
Right.
That bastard.
And Jason, if you're listening, buddy, I didn't overlook your Chris Webber. You're right. I was super stoked about it, but we don't have a studio yet. So when they announce the studio, we will be talking about it because I am super pumped about a potential Fab 5 series.
Yes. Super pumped.
I'm just saying.
Super pumped.
Just yes.
Well, anyway, guys, thank you for getting crazy with us on episode 144 of Inside the Crazy Ant Farm. Be sure to follow the company and the podcast on social media. Everybody knows we're everywhere. Crazy Ant Media and at ItCalf Podcast. And, of course, follow us both personally on social media. Myself, JLo Fantastic, and
Crazy Ant Guy 1970.
That's right. And you guys know you can subscribe to this podcast anywhere you listen to your podcast. And I'm talking Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Stitcher, and so much more. We're literally everywhere. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hello, Happy New Year. I mean, if you're listening, Happy New Year as well. But yes, you guys know you can like this video, subscribe to our channel, and boom, ring the bell.
That's right. I'm getting her this year.
You have to.
That should have been on my top 5 goals
wish.
for 20.
Yeah, that's the wish.
Anita Ward.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
She's going to do it. She's going to tell everybody to ring the bell. She's going to do it.
I know. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I'm so super thankful for all the subscribers and followers, especially those who've been with us since day one. Y'all are freaking amazing.
And follow Peanut the puppy.
Yes, of course. Everybody saw we got a dog. There's going to be Doggy Fridays on the Crazy Ant Media page now. So there's going to be adorable, adorable pictures of him. And, of course, follow his own personal Instagram page.
Yes, yes.
Visit our website, www.crazyantmedia.com, where you can start rocking the latest and greatest Crazy Ant Media gear. Like I said, next week there's going to be another addition to the Crazy Ant Media family. Super pumped about that, and I'm sure everyone's going to be pumped about that, especially our female listeners.
That's right, and you can get your Bonk New Year.
Yes, Bonk New Year's.
Man, he's all gussied up. He's got the top hat, the cane, and the spats shoes, and I mean, it's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite part of the episode is probably talking about Roku, because they are on the rise, man. Our prediction is they're going to be like Apple and start doing their own original content and become one of these major streaming hubs where they have original content and also provide the other streaming services.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, without doubt, my favorite part of the show was Marvel finally being on Disney Plus, and
finally,
some new content, and Feige moving forward with the Star Wars movie,
pumped about that
and
one.
I mean, all of that because I'm total geek. But yeah, I mean, my favorite for sure.
Yeah, and also, if you guys are into the whole geek fandom pop culture, Watch Mojo on YouTube is also putting out how geek fandom turned into pop culture series. It's very badass, so be sure to check that out. But, of course, the goal for 2021
That's right.
is to get her herself on the show. You guys know who it is. You know her. We love her. Oprah!